Stop what you're doing and buckle up, because this story has everything: ancient temples, international drama, leaked phone calls, and just the tiniest sprinkle of landmines. Forget your Netflix political thrillers. This is real Southeast Asian history, and trust me, it's got more plot twists than a K-drama marathon during Songkran. Before we dig into why two countries can't agree on who owns one really old, really pretty temple, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smack the like, and drop a comment, because why watch global mystery unroll if you can't shout opinions in all caps below? Now, when most folks think of Thailand, it's pad thai, elephants, and maybe a beach that made Leo DiCaprio famous. Maybe a hint of gold Buddhas and a history lesson about never being colonized. But lurking in the shadows, there's the Thai military, with more plot lines than a daytime soap. For decades, the military's been playing musical chairs with politics, sometimes ruling, sometimes guiding democracy, and sometimes just looking really dramatic in sunglasses on the news. But today's spicy story starts not with a coup, but with a very old border beef with Cambodia, a country that's basically Thailand's neighbor, rival, and occasional dinner guest you pretend not to hear when they knock. Way back in 1907, yep, we're pulling out the sepia tone filter for this, parts of what was then the Kingdom of Siam got sliced up and handed over to the French, because European powers had a habit of redrawing Asian maps like kids with a box of crayons and zero adult supervision. So the French, already spreading baguettes and bureaucracy across Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, grabbed a big chunk of Siam. This included the legendary Preah Vihear temple, which got dropped into French-ruled Cambodia, like an antique vase landing in your cousin's garage. Fast forward to World War II, and things get even weirder. Thailand, in a totally it's complicated relationship with Japan, fought a mini-war with French Indochina. The payoff? Thailand got Preah Vihear temple back, because world wars are apparently good for collecting temples. Spoiler, that didn't last. As soon as the Allies started winning, Japan packed up, and Thailand was told, "Yep, sorry, please return your borrowed artifacts. No late fee, but we're watching." Preah Vihear. Back to Cambodia, which by the 1950s was newly independent and just getting used to running its own show. But take a wild guess what happened next. Did Thailand, A, graciously hand over the keys and wish Cambodia good luck? B, chat politely over tea about shared ownership? Or C, roll up with soldiers like temple-obsessed estate agents? If you picked C, you know your spicy Thai drama. But Cambodia, not exactly known for heavy military muscle at the time, did what anyone with smart lawyers would do: called in the International Court of Justice. In 1962, the judges in The Hague put on their best robes and said, "Sorry, Thailand, that was a no-go," and ordered the return of the temple. And brace yourself, Thailand actually complied. So everything's cool now, right? Ha, if only. Fast forward to 2008, decades of reality TV and karaoke later, and Cambodia's feeling ambitious. They want Preah Vihear to be a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thailand's like, yeah, sounds nice. Until whoops, politics back home swings wild, and suddenly the Preah Vihear issue becomes prime, full-fat election drama. Politicians discover voters love nothing more than old temples and new outrage. Before you know it, troops from both sides are having a tense, "are you gonna blink first?" contest right on the border. 2008 turns into a heated staring match, but it's not until 2011 that real gunfire erupts, and over 24 people lose their lives. Peace is patched together with more hope than superglue, and the border, for a few years, does its best impression of Switzerland. Mostly quiet, but always a little tense. Then comes 2025, and here's where the popcorn really comes out. In May, a Cambodian soldier is killed in another border tangle. Nothing says, "Let's keep our cool," like a phone call between the Thai Prime Minister and their senior Cambodian counterpart, who also just happens to be a family friend because, of course, everything's personal in Southeast Asia. But plot twist, the Cambodian official leaks the call. Not only do we get a weird uncle nickname that doesn't go over well with the Thai tough guys, but there's also some military shade thrown in. Prime YouTube highlight reel stuff. Now, if you're wondering, does this help cool things down? Welcome to Bangkok Buzz, where rhetorical questions answer themselves. Instead, this leak just fans the flames. A Thai soldier steps on a landmine. Ouch, and not the vintage variety. A modern made-in-Russia special according to Thailand. Cambodia swears it's one of the ancient leftovers from wars past, so basically, they're passing the "who left this here?" hot potato. As tensions skyrocket, both sides break out drones, shell each other's border posts, and, because this story can't have enough hardware, Thailand even deploys F-16s and claims to have neutralized 2 Cambodian tanks. Someone out there is definitely live tweeting all of this. It's not just soldiers in the crossfire. Civilians are caught too, schools and hospitals get hit, and everyone's accusing everyone of war crimes. If you think Jerry Springer could mediate this, honestly, he'd throw his note cards and call for backup. With the border looking like a tech demo for the world's worst war game, what's happening behind the scenes? Well, both countries are about to get slapped with a heavy tariff on their exports by the world's most enthusiastic economic hall monitor, the United States. And that means tons of political pressure and no extra cash to buy new tanks, not when factory owners start screaming. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations tries a little peacekeeping magic, and the Malaysian Prime Minister is busy dialing everyone's number. For a moment, it looks like a ceasefire could actually work, but Thailand suddenly ghosts the group chat and doubles down. We'll handle this one-on-one. Meanwhile, China's on the bench, looking interested and probably hungry for influence, while Japan pops in with a reminder to use their indoor voices. But Thailand's having none of it. No American, Chinese, or even friendly Malaysian mediation. It's just between us and Cambodia, they say. But with bullets flying and tempers hotter than a street walk, it's anyone's guess who actually gets the final say. Right now, there's no sign of the shouting stopping. So what do you think? Will a centuries-old temple start the region's next big conflict? Or will someone invent a split custody agreement for sacred buildings? Drop your hottest takes in the comments. Are trade wars fueling real wars? Did one phone call doom thousands of people to a pointless border brawl? Should ancient temples come with rent receipts and security deposits? If you're as hooked on this saga as I am, remember to subscribe, because this kind of wild, only in Thailand drama pops up more than tuk-tuks in rush hour. Will peace return, or is this just season 1 of a much bigger series? Place your bets, share your hopes, and as always, keep watching Bangkok Buzz. Until next time, stay spicy.